That competition between Florian IA and Arabi could just be heating up here.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Borderline Glory here with Servette. In today's episode we have got two fun games coming up. We go away to Greece to play against Kifisia, as you can see there. That is the first game of our league phase, and all the teams are into the action here. We've got teams in this competition, including the likes of Bournemouth. We've got Breidablik, which could be an interesting game if we go there. Midtjylland, we do actually have a game against Breidablik, so that'll be interesting. We've got Braga, Midtjylland, Twente are there. We've got Girona, Hearts. Anyone else to note in particular? We've got some Greek teams, quite a few Greek teams by the looks of it. Lyon are there. Rangers, Anderlecht, Shamrock Rovers are also there. They're always a typical team in make it, and we will be playing against them. Vikingur are there, and Stuttgart as well. There's some very, very interesting games. Our 6 games for the Conference League, because it is reduced in the group stage, includes from top to bottom. Kifisia there, as you can see. We play against Breidablik in an away game. That'll be good fun for us. We play Rangers at home, be a tough one, but we could potentially get a result. We go away against Ferencváros there. We've got Tabil, which I believe is a Ukrainian team, and then Kifisia as well, which is another Ukrainian team. Tabil are... oh no, they're actually in Kazakhstan. Do we go away all the way to Kazakhstan? Don't tell us that is actually what's going to happen. We play them at home, luckily, but that'll be a fun game. You know, looking at these games on first glance, I think we can get 4 wins, to be honest, against Kifisia, Breidablik, Tabil and Kifisia. Hopefully that's something we go on and do. But we have our opening game here, one which we can hopefully go and get a win in, and the table will start to shape up nicely. And then we have a next round game in the Swiss Cup against Bassecourt, as you can see there. So 2 good games for us, hopefully some high scoring ones. The team is in a bit of an interesting spell at the moment. Since last time out, we've not played loads of games, but we have managed to get a few in here. We played against Basel, Young Boys and Zurich. Only the 1 point from a potential 9, so it's not been the best really, but not in the worst position at all. And I guess the focus is seeing how well we can go and do in this Conference League campaign. So let's go and get straight into it. Our first game of the Conference League against Kifisia. So the team for this game against Kifisia: full strength, Ostrinsky in goal, backline of Kouassi, Diamand, Potolski and Kudusu, Masson, Rath, Morandi in the middle, Lavelli on the right, Dadari on the right, Lavelli on the left, and Florian Aye up top. It's kick-off here in this game against Kifisia, not a team I'm particularly familiar with, so hopefully that is a good sign and we can go and put on a good display. But you never know, they've done alright to clearly get here, but I think I'd like to consider as a team who can definitely make the playoff of this competition, and that would be a very interesting game should we get there tomorrow. I think we will be advanced quite a lot. I was looking at not the Breidablik game, I think it might have been the Breidablik game actually. I'm pretty sure there is a big gap, but you know, the episodes, the kind of the seasons in episode form will be a bit longer now. But I guess that's very interesting. It's good that we are in this Conference League, and who knows, maybe, just maybe, we can actually go on and win the Conference League with this Servette team. We stay here, we continue to build the team. It could be very interesting. That was, you know, maybe not initially in the plans, but it could definitely happen. You know, we want to win at least the first trophy in this season, and if we go and have a good campaign in the Conference League, then, you know, you start to reconsider, and then maybe we go on and do it and stay here. Who really knows, but it would make for a very good story. Servette has been a very good club, a very challenging one, but honestly can't complain. It's been definitely worth it, and very, very enjoyable in this first half. Absolutely nothing to report here. Let's just go and have a quick check. Yeah, we are on the highlights, so that's always good as we find ourselves on the ball here down that left hand side. I hope this is not one of those games. Surely we go and get at least a goal for any team in this game. 50 minutes gone. The only highlights I should say have been those kickoffs. There's a chance here now for the opposition who are looking to advance down this left hand side. We do have a full strength team today. Everyone is in who we need. We can go and make some changes if we need to here, but we'll just have a bit of patience. I'm sure it'll come together for us. Maybe a few nerves being in this league phase, or maybe they've just withstood the threat, but they do get a goal for themselves. It is 1-0 here to the opposition. That is very annoying. We've not been in it at all, and you know what, so have they not, but can't complain. They've got their goal, and they find themselves 1-0 up now in this game. Lavelli on that far side. Can we go and get a quick response here, or will it be Kifisia? Very, very interesting club. Not one, as I said, I'm too familiar with, but they've done all right. Looks like they've done well to get here. Had a bit of a come up by the looks of it, and now they lead 1-0 here in this opening game of the league phase. There's a ball down the line for Masson. Can he look to go and square it? He finds Lavelli to the edge of the area. Morandi with the shot, and Florian Aye, I think he's not deflected it out. I was going to say I would have been very, very annoyed if he had. We get a corner, but nothing comes from that. In the end, 60 minutes gone here in this game. Sooner rather than later, we should probably start thinking of some changes. There is a chance there, but we will make the changes now. Segura on into the middle, and then I want to make an attacking change. We'll make that one change now. We can go 2-2 in the next few stoppages if that's something we want to do, but I think Segura will give us a good profile in the middle of the park. 65 minutes gone here in this game. It looks like we finally got a shot away. This is a game I think we should be winning, to be honest, and it's just not coming off for us. You've got to remember we only have 6 games in this league phase, so we really have to win and take every point that we can, because if we don't, we're going to really struggle to kind of find the results that we want in the later stage, because it will be too late. Here's Kawasi, finds Lavelli on that left hand side. It's Segura now who finds Masson. Masson can go into the middle. Lovely bit of play. Florian Aye for Morandi in behind. He's put it wide. That is an incredible bit of play up to the finish, and that might just be the story of the day for Morandi. I'm going to put him onto the right side. He's not as natural there anymore, but I want to bring Foling into the middle, because Nadari has not had a particularly good game in this one here. 75 minutes gone. It could be a very frustrating loss if we don't come away with at least a point. Away from home, it obviously is a bit of a travel for us, but we want to get at least a point from this one, and as it stands, we're just not getting it. We've not been in it at all here. There could be a ball in behind for the Kifisia players. They're looking to progress down this right hand side. The ball potentially going into the middle, and it's a save from Ostrinsky here. Now, one thing to consider is we are going into the cup next game. Looking ahead to that a little bit, that would be good. If we win the cup, I think we get a Europa League qualifier, and if we get that, then you really start to think we've got to stay here for a few seasons. Maybe it's just all part of the plan, and we want to go and do that, but the focus on this game here is trying to get a goal. Here's Froland advancing with the ball, and he's dispossessed, just too slow off the mark there, and now we're going to put a bit of pressure on him. Morandi finds Florian, he's put it wide, and he's offside anyway. I do not believe it. Looks like it might just be the story of our day, and I don't know how many points we need to make the playoff. I think it's only like 7 or 8. Is that a free kick to us or something? What's going on? It's a free kick to the opposition. I think it's like 7 points for a playoff. So we need 2 wins and a draw, probably 3 wins to be safe. Here's Morandi for Florian Aye, and he's offside. He's offside. I don't believe it. He's off-celebrating. The flag is literally up on this near side somewhere by the looks of it, and that's just so disappointing. So annoying that we've not been able to stay on side with Florian Aye there. Maybe we need to start considering another striker if he's going to keep. He turns up on his day, but then outside of that, he's just, he's absolutely, I'll go as far as to say is horrendous. He just doesn't give us enough here, and it's just so annoying. We need him in big games like this, but at 34, can we expect a lot more? Who knows? I bet he was going to score in this game. He'll silence all of us, but he's offside there once again, and he is a save from the keeper, but he will be offside in the end. It's just been a complete and utter disaster here in Greece. It's going to be a frustrating loss by the looks of it. One game that is there, by the way, between Braga and Hearts. There's one final chance here. It looks like Morandi is going to play a bit of a set piece, or will he shoot from range here? Morandi is standing over this free kick. He's taking his time choosing. I'd like to think he'd cross. He goes for the shot instead. It's a mishap there. Patulski, where will he go? He goes back to Morandi. Square ball for Frolin. Masson, can he get the shot away? He's put it well into Rosehead. We're going to come away from this without any points, and it's a deserved loss, really. So wasteful, and we've got a lot of work to do if we want to get through to the next round of the Conference League. And the team for this game against Bassecourt, hopefully we get a win in this one. You'd like to think we can. A bit of a rotated one. It starts with a Strinsky and goal backline of Kifisia, Diamand, Pascozzi and Zogbe. We've got Mayete, Segura, Morandi in the middle, Lavelli on the left, Adari on the right, and Arabi up top. Kick off here in this game in the Swiss Cup. Hopefully we get a big result. It's a nice little pitch we've come to here, nice little bit of grass that we're going to be kicking ball on today, and hopefully it's a big win for us, gets the morale up a bit. We've got a few league games coming up after this one where we really need to get some results whilst we've got a dedicated time to go and do it, and hopefully it's a good game for us here and we just get that win. But that last game was just, I don't even know how you describe that, to be honest. It's just so frustrating. We make this competition. We did very well in the qualifiers, and the real thing to take from it is there's a lot of work still to be done, but we can't get disheartened. We may have set ourselves up to have our work cut out, but still got 5 games left, games in there which are very winnable, in my opinion. Some tough ones as well, but I think we can go and get results and ultimately go and make at least a playoff. I think that should be the aim for us, to make a playoff, and then whoever we play in that, who'll obviously make for a very competitive game. I think the real ambitious goal for us in this Conference League is the quarter-final. I think that is quite natural for any kind of club who are coming into this. A quarter-final is always a decent result no matter what the competition is, and I think that is the case for us here in this one. We really would like to go on and do that. I think we had that with Tromsø. Didari's in behind here, and it's in there, and Arabi scores, but it is going to be a disallowed for something, for offside on that far side. What we were saying about the fact that with Tromsø we had that quarter final, and it just naturally makes a lot of sense for us, I feel like, here to go and get that. But the focus now is on this Swiss Cup. Winning this cup would be a big thing for us in terms of winning that first trophy, which we still haven't done, by the way. It's our 6th season now as a manager, and we've still not been able to do it. It's a bit frustrating. And Morandi on the ball, he's going to square it for Arabi. Lavelli with the shot, and I don't know what these attackers are doing, to be honest, but it's just not coming off for them. It's very, very frustrating to see, but what can you do, really? As we were saying, 6 seasons into the 6th season, it might be taking this long to win the trophy, but if we win this Swiss Cup, it makes a lot of interesting stuff. We have players who could potentially stay as a result, some big profile players, because we do have offers for players coming in quite often, as you will know. Mentioned that in the last episode, I believe. We also have the fact that we'd win that trophy, and then as well the qualifier, which would be massive. I do believe it is the Europa League, and then that kind of does take a little bit of pressure off in the league. We would like to obviously do well, and we have had a better starting compared to other seasons, but I think if we just find our form, find our feet a bit, we will be alright. As Arabi does score here in this game, he makes it 1-0 finally after 15 minutes, the first goal of the day, and hopefully the first of many more in this game. 15 minutes gone, all us in this first part. We went out in the second round last year in the cup, and it was very, very disheartening. We really had a bit of an eye-opener, I feel like, after that game, that some things are going to have to change, and we did. We tweaked the tactics, we gave minutes to different players and realised what we needed to do, and I think the team, to be honest, is in a very, very strong position. A lot of these players, even the depth is really, really good. And where we look to next in terms of strengthening, I think we may need one more striker, is probably the thing. I know I've been saying forever about a striker, but it's kind of hard. I think it was hard at 1860 Munich to find. I did tell you about that striker who we were looking to sign, and then he did actually go to 1860 Munich, but there's no one in particular that's been easy to sign, so maybe we have to consider that a little more. Here's Arabi in behind, it's a save from the opposition goalkeeper. And then other places we need strengthening. I mean, the midfield is pretty stacked. We have Masson, Segura, Mayete, Rath all in there, but do we need one more experienced player in there? I don't really know. I think Segura, 25, still a bit of potential to tap into. We probably should give him a few more starts than he is getting. To be honest, with Masson as well, he is aging a little bit at this point in his career. We do also have Mayete, who's 28. Obviously, he's been a very good servant for the club. He's played many, many games here across the last 2 seasons. He's played 64 games for us, and it makes sense because he is a very, very capable player. All things we have to consider. Arabi gets his second goal of this game here. Now, Arabi, if he can start to find his feet, then he's definitely got a starting position in this team. He's still quite young. He wanted a loan move out. We said he should accept being a squad player. We're trying to give him those minutes, but he just wasn't happy in the end. He wants to move out, and he's just not kind of happy. But if we can start to give him a little bit of belief, maybe start giving him a bit more starts, because don't get me wrong, Florian Aye is good, but he's genuinely the most inconsistent striker I've ever seen. He'll go 3-4 games, no goal, then a hat-trick, and then 3-4 games, no goal. Whereas Arabi, I feel like he could tick along a lot better. And I think that is the type of profile player we probably need in this team. And, he has very good qualities. I did hype him up a lot, but last season was just not his season. As you can see there, 14 games in the league. And he didn't get a single goal. He got 4 goals in friendlies. I thought that was the cup, but he did get 1 goal in the cup. It just did not come off for him, but we probably should give him a bit more of a chance. And at the start of this season, he's got his 2 goals. Morandi's in behind here, and it is a save. I'm going to look to make some changes here. I will bring Diamand off for Batulski, or do we potentially bring Kudusu on if there's any way to do that, really? I'm going to bring Batulski on, why not? He is rested here in this game, and then I'll bring Kudusu on to that left hand side where he can play Dadari off. I'll bring Froling on to that right hand side. There's no point in particularly risking some of these players whilst we do have those big league games coming up. Everyone's very happy though. Arabi, hopefully this will do some bits for him and his confidence, and it's just about continuing to tick along. We have a lot of things that we're trying to manage at this point now. It felt like last season we had 1 focus, now we've got 3. But that's the most exciting times, I feel like, and it's something that we need to really focus on. Froling's in behind here. It's a save from the opposition goalkeeper. Arabi, Morandi and Lavelli were all combining nicely there to make that chance, but it's not enough in the end. There's a ball in here. Arabi's going to look to get up for it. He is on for a hat-trick here in this game. It is an ideal game for him, especially to build his confidence, get his numbers up. I feel like we had with I think Arabi's a Lugiki type player, but I think maybe we need to give a few more chances to strikers as Arabi does get his hat-trick here in this game. And that competition between Florian Aye and Arabi could just be heating up here. It is a hat-trick for him, as we said there, and it's impressive stuff. It's good to see that he has gone and done it. You did feel like he could get a goal or 2 in this game. Lavelli as well, credit to him. He's got himself 3 assists, taking himself up to 7 in this season so far. He's trying to challenge Dadari for that assist record, which I assume would have been broken within the club last year by him. He did get the most assists last season with 17. I don't know if that was a record, but Robbie he's done well in this game. Very, very pleased with the way he's played. He's going to get up for this one as well by the looks of it. It does fall out to Mayete. Morandi, Froling goes for the shot from range. It's dipping, but it's just dragged over too far, and that will be another goal kick for the opposition here. But it does look like we're going through to the next round of the cup. Any other teams of note that we would like to play? Zurich, I've seen there as one of the teams going through. We do have 20 minutes remaining here in this game on the 67th minute. As you can see there, Froling is going to look to play this ball in. He cuts in, lovely run, Morandi with the shot, Zogbe now, Mayete on the edge of the area. He plays a lovely ball for Lavelli on the volley for Arabi for 4-0. His 4th of the game. It's Lavelli with his 4th assist of the game. And it's the number 9 and number 10 show here in this game. What a performance it has been from them two. They're going to have to share a man in the match award. Everyone else is on. I mean, the only player who's had a 7 rating is Segura. Obviously, he's been kind of harsh on him, dropping out of the team. He did come in the middle of the season last year. Probably didn't get as many starts as he wanted to. Did get quite a few in the season before. But, maybe we have to start considering him a little bit more. Maybe he can even play that deeper role where Masson does. When we move him up a little bit more. All things we have to consider. Here's Lavelli on the ball. He's advancing. Can he get a 5th assist of the game? We'll get a goal for himself. Arabi is there. 5 goals in this game. What a performance it has been. He has 5 times multiplied his goals for the club in total. Lavelli is not going to get an assist here. That is very harsh that he doesn't. I feel like in the last FM he did get an assist for that, and it may have been a loss in the first game, but we've pulled it back and had a very, very impressive display here in this one. Arabi has got himself 5 goals, and Florian Aye is going to be he's going to be panicking a little bit, especially with that performance he did. He's got him getting too complacent, 34 years of age. All things we have to consider. 5 goals to the good for Arabi, and the full-time whistle goes, and we are through to the next round of the cup. So they have it. It's a big win in the end for us. We are through to the next round of the cup. Do we have a game organised already for the next round? Does not look like it. By next episode, I think we're looking at around here, potentially this Basel and Tabeel game, or maybe the Kifisia game, for the next few games. Quite a bit of an advance we'd have to go through, and a lot of our games, but we could have the end of the Conference League campaign there. As you can see, some tough games coming up, if it is then in between, but it's all part of the journey, and hopefully we go and get those wins. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to join the Discord down below. I'll leave you all with this little tune. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all for another video. Thank you. Bye.